saying? Can I finish what I'm saying?
You can't finish.
Because this example she's talking about Michael Griffith and all of that, if you compare those numbers to the amounts of assaults and murders that used to take place, there is an enormous drop. You know, now I don't know where she was in the 50s and the 60s, but there's an enormous drop in those kinds of in terms of those kinds of assaults.
Okay, you know what? I think that the reason why I say I have a problem with what this gentleman is saying is because what happens is, see, we watch Gorbachev on TV and he says that he needs money for the Soviet Union. They don't call that welfare. We watch white people who are getting placed out of their houses. They want money for foreclosures. They don't call that welfare. But then we pay tax dollars, and tax dollars go to killing people all around the world. They don't call that welfare. But now everybody want to pick on the person who's considered the most weakest, the victim, and say, okay, these poor people are having too many babies, these poor people are doing this, and these poor people are doing that. What about everything else that's going on? And why do we call it welfare, and why do we say these people shouldn't do natural things like have babies? Donald Trump has an affair, and because of his sexual promiscuity, he's not penalized financially. I need to understand about that.
Talking about politics coming from a view of the streets, you know what I'm saying, dog? You know. We're not coming from professional view. We're not lawyers. None of that shit is on TV. You know what I'm saying? We come straight from the hood. We the hood people. You know? Representation of black people, period, on the bench. Because we don't know who Clarence Thomas is representing. He's sitting on a Supreme Court, sitting on a bench, smelling like cocoa butter.
Yeah. Yep. 2, 3, 4, 5. We live
all the way.
Hoodview Politics. Welcome
back at y'all.
Where we go into the deep detail dive.
Yes, sir.
In the politics from the hood point of view.
My hood point of view.
I'm Rad B.I.D. Jones.
And I'm Tony D. Number one soul brother.
And this is Hoodview Politics.
Damn.
HVP. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now today we got a lot we're gonna jump into this.
Yeah, we got a lot to get into
from a hood point of view.
Yeah, because we missed Tuesday. You know, hope y'all had a nice 4th of July
for sure.
Cooking out and fireworks. Hope ain't nobody get hurt and nobody get indigestion and food poisoning and shit like that.
Most definitely.
But we're back. Here's some Friday night heat.
You know, we're gonna jump into Rudy Giuliani.
Oh my God, he
the black lady of the week for
something
sure.
Like that.
You know what I'm saying? Black in the day for sure. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know that. Y'all, if y'all been following us all this time, y'all know black in the day. You know what I'm saying?
Black in the day.
Jump into details of what happened to us in society
on this day.
You know what I'm saying?
Many years ago.
You know, welcome to our podcast pit.
Yes.
What's going on with you, player?
Oh, ain't shit. Just chilling. You know, ready to I've been catching up on all this political stuff, and now I gotta come on here and talk about it. You know, you done missed a couple of days and shit just jumped out. And for all of y'all out there, check us out on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, and all that good stuff.
Your boys, man. We doing this shit off the natural.
Subscribe, comment, join the conversation, do what you feel.
Exactly.
The door is always open.
And we doing this natural, organically. We're not doing no wild shit on this motherfucker, setting each other on fire and some dumb shit.
Oh no, nah.
To get views.
We
just in this joint, giving our perspective on politics. That's it.
On shit that y'all should know.
You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna those dog whistles, we're gonna decipher them.
Oh yeah, we decipher dog whistles.
I think we really here for the decipher this.
Because there's been a whole lot of dog whistles coming out the Supreme Court.
God.
Because them motherfuckers just went off the last couple of weeks.
I'm not feeling the Supreme Court right now, bro.
Oh no, I ain't feeling
that. But ain't nothing we could do when we start this podcast off, we was trying to tell y'all that the president matters, right?
Look,
he gets to pick the judges.
Look,
now if you let motherfucking Trump in there, he gonna pick his judges.
Look,
it's real simple.
If y'all let Trump back in, it might fuck around and be 9-0. It's already 6-3. And y'all see what's happening with affirmative action. With and one of them cases was a fucked up ass case they ran. But the affirmative action one, first and foremost, That was, come on. That's just giving bigots the green light to be bigots. You know, because if a college or a university wants to be all white, stay all white, or whatever, and don't want to consider qualified applicants that are black, Latino, or whatever, they can do that now. Thanks to a Chinese person with an Asian people that filed a fucking lawsuit. Talk about they discriminated on.
Oh my god! I don't know if everybody be catching our intros and shit, but this time we had Sister Soldier on the joint, right? And she went in a debate with another black motherfucker, right? Where she explained where she feel like professional black people lost their way. This is in the
This was the 80s.
Yeah. And Sister Soldier is shit, first of all. And when she explained to main man that, okay, you keep welling on this motherfucking welfare. What about these motherfuckers paying for all these wars? What's that? What about all these white people that once they fucking lose their house, they get you know what I'm saying? They get money to save their foreclosure. Is that welfare?
But we had
you gotta fuck with Sister Soldier on that one, bro.
But she was right. And that was the issue of that time, and that still is the issue of this time. But we still had that same shit going on because you have a Supreme Court that says that shot down not only affirmative action, but President Biden's student loan forgiveness. They shot that shit down. But the people who railed against it and got all these PPP loans during COVID, which they not paying back.
Exactly.
And they getting off scot-free with not with thousands of dollars, with millions of dollars. And COVID money.
Anybody don't know what we talking about, right? Biden, when he ran for president, he pledged that he was going to relieve everybody of their student loan debts, right? Which everybody in America should agree with. So him implementing it is turning into an issue because Republicans keep blocking everything he do. So if you're out there right now, you heard Biden say he's going to take care of your student loans, keep in mind that somebody blocking them from doing it.
Yeah.
And it's getting frustrating, bro. It's like, why would a Republican block giving relief to people's student loans? What is the point of that? Now, I want everybody to understand why we do this podcast, because we're not telling you who to vote for, right? But one thing we're going to do is give you the details and we're going to decipher shit.
And see, this is the thing. They don't want to give students that's got these student loans that's in student loan debt coming out of college, and they really can't establish themselves because of the debt they in. We're trying to better themselves and educate themselves to get these high paying jobs and go into the fields that they want to. So you got these people that rail against giving these people any kind of relief to help them out. But you the same ones that took all these PPP loans out, and government people did it, rich people did it, all kinds of people did it, and they're not. And when they got relief on or getting relief or not paying the shit back, they ain't got a problem with that. They ain't got no problem with that. But as soon as Biden say, and the money, this is the thing, the money that will go to relieve student loan debt is only a part of the total that's out there on these PPP loans that these mofos ain't paying back. And I don't get it. It's only a part. It don't add up to half of what these fucking tax breaks you Republicans are giving to millionaires, to billionaires, to the top 1%, because the top 1% is billionaires. Well, mostly billionaires. But you don't have a problem with You don't have a problem with them, and you don't have a problem with them paying their fair share of taxes to build these roads, bridges. Come on, you just had a fucking road collapse on I-95 a couple weeks ago in Pennsylvania. But you cry against the infrastructure bill and shit that'll put poor people and middle class workers back to work. I don't get it. But it's not a problem to give for rich people to take out loans they don't need, not pay them back, and get relief on that not paying back on top of it, and to give rich people, get a mega rich, all kind of tax breaks. What the fuck is up with that?
That be my problem. I be trying to understand, why would anybody even vote for a Republican when they block everything in government that helps you not only survive but move up in whatever you try and do in life, right? Look, it gotten to the point where you gotta notice what's what. Like when I always point out like these mass shootings, right?
Oh, we gonna get to that too.
I always point out the fact that it don't matter if you're Republican or Democrat, right? Which one of these people want to get rid of the fucking guns out the street? That's just the bottom line. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it doesn't matter if you're Democrat or Republican. If you say, I need all the guns out the fucking streets, I need everybody in America to get these guns out the street now, ASAP. If you're a gun owner, come in. We're going to get your joint so we can motherfucking trace it.
But see,
no problem. It shouldn't be no fucking problem. Because my problem is the gun owners themselves, right? They the part of the problem. Matter of fact, they the problem. Because they vote for the people that keep the guns in the street, or they don't vote. Either way is the problem. Because just because they have a gun, they feel that Democrats want to take it. And that's not true.
That's just not all on, in my opinion, that's not all on gun owners, because you got a lot of gun owners out there that's for sensible and decent enough and for gun laws and gun safety rules that'll get this shit off the street and keep guns out of the hands of people that don't need them. But you got this fucking NRA, and that is the real fucking problem. The NRA is the most powerful lobby in this country, and probably the most powerful lobby in the world. But they in this country, among the lobbyists and the groups, the NRA are the most powerful because they can shut your shit down, especially if you're a Republican. They can shut your career down in a heartbeat just by giving you an F rating. See, and the motherfuckers don't want to go against it. They scared to fight them. And until you get motherfuckers on the other side of the aisle that's not scared to fight the NRA, you're going to continue to have this shit.
Again, you put it basically on politicians. I put it on you as a gun owner, bro. If you ain't making it known that, all right, I'm not having no more of this fucking kids getting shot, all right? I'm not having no fucking black kids shooting each other, all right? I'm done with that. I want my guns, but you have to figure out how to get the shit out of their hands, motherfucker. All right? Once we get that person, wherever that person is at, but we need that person to say, nah, I'm a Republican. Yeah, I want my guns. Yeah. But motherfucker, we got to get something done with no kids getting shot in school. Assault rifle ban, ASAP.
I agree with
we need that person to say that. If they not saying that, Republicans don't give a fuck because they feel like either they with them or they gonna vote with them.
But see,
one or the other.
I understand where you're coming from, and you do have those type of people on the other side of the aisle. You do have gun owners, and you do have Republican gun owners who come out and say something got to be done about these guns, and they come out. But when you have a lobby that's powerful as the motherfucking NRA, and they got the money that they come. Because don't you notice that every time that there's a mass shooting and there's an uproar about that mass shooting, what do? They flood the TV airways and they flood the radio airways with ads with telling you telling people that they're gonna take your guns and they're gonna take your gun rights, and it's assault on the Second Amendment and all this other shit. And they get people wild up, and they take the focus away from what the real fucking problem is you got this shit up out here. Or they throw this other one out there that they fall for the okie doke, or that's a Jedi mind trick, that it's a mental health issue. It's not always a mental health issue when a motherfucker shooting up shit. That's not always a mental health issue. If that's the case, do something about the fucking guns.
All right, now, two things I need you to agree with, right? NRA is made up of motherfuckers donating money to them.
Correct. Well,
those are the people.
They pay dues.
Those are the people that, say, for example, if every one of them people say, okay, y'all want to keep doing this bullshit with guns, keep killing kids, we're not giving you no more money. If all of them, everybody stopped and said that, would it be an NRA?
No, it wouldn't be an NRA.
That's my point. It's the gun owners. They wouldn't exist if it wasn't for them. They giving them the fees. They giving them the money for motherfucking politicians and all this shit. And they sit in that corner and just say, oh, I'm sorry them kids got shot. Let me send something. No!
That's true.
Get the fuck out of here.
That's true. But the problem is, it's another problem here is where you have people that gun owners that aren't in the NRA, and you have some gun owners that are registered in the NRA that says something has to be done.
They stop paying them. We both agree.
But you got people, you got people that have some people that have left the NRA.
Do both of us agree? If they don't get no more money from any fees or no more bullshit from any American, I don't give a Republican or Democrat.
But that's if that's not going to happen.
They don't control no more legislation after that.
But that's if that's not going to happen.
That makes it the gun owner problem. Until they do that. Now you see what I'm saying? Until they do that, until that's done, nothing's going to happen. You'll still see kids shot the fuck up in schools. It's going to come again.
Look, even if the motherfucking NRA, even if the NRA
cookout, mass shooting, bruh.
But you can still have an NRA because you can still have the motherfucking people that's in the NRA that can stand up against NRA leadership and say, no, that ain't what we represent. And they don't even do that much.
That would be cool if it wasn't so much money flowing in.
Right.
Cut the money off. You gun owners that keep funding these fools' money in the NRA and think you're not part of the fucking problem.
Hold up.
You know is the problem.
Whoa. You know,
I don't give a fuck about Republicans. We know what they do.
No, wait a minute. You know
somebody got cut off the speaker.
You know just as well.
You gun owners.
Know just as well as I do. Mm-hmm. You know just as well, and this is something that I'm gonna say the lay person probably mostly will not know, but you know just as well as I do that yes, you have members and they pay membership fees or membership dues or whatever, but the motherfucking majority of the money, just like in political campaigns, and just like it's the same way in these lobbyists, we talking about the oil lobby, the tobacco lobby, the gun lobby, all of these people, they are funded. The major money comes from these mega rich, super rich people out here. So if you got people like are the Koch brothers and all these other people out here that are mega rich, say yeah, you could take, say you pay $100, $200 a month. Say you pay round it up $100 a month is your dues to be in the NRA. Say the majority take that back. You got motherfuckers, super rich motherfuckers out here that'll put that shit that shit won't mean shit, and they still
it won't be enough.
Yes,
millionaires can fund NRA all they want. They need average Americans that they got funding them money with fees and bullshit.
Right.
Until then, until that stop, we'll have Republicans funneling guns in our neighborhoods. If you got millionaires funding, not enough.
Yes, it is enough because if you got millionaires funding not only the NRA, not only the tobacco and the alcohol lobby and also they funding the politicians that's supposed to be looking out for their citizens. You got these motherfuckers got money coming from everywhere. These motherfuckers will sit here and you can take your $100 a month back, and they'll throw a fucking $5,000 or $10,000 a plate dinner, and they still got the money to kick out the whoever. Because if you take the money back until the politicians change, until motherfuckers vote these assholes out, they keep blocking the fucking bills. You can take away the NRA, yeah, but if you don't take away the politicians that's gonna stand up and go to in front of Congress and write the bills, fight for the bills, and get these laws passed and put them on the president's desk so he can sign them into law, you still ain't gonna get this shit off the street. So it's still gonna come back down to the little man, us voting these damn fools out and getting people in there that's gonna hold up to their promises that look, we gonna get these guns off the streets and we gonna protect our citizens. And the motherfuckers that's in there now, because if they was doing that, now say you had the majority, the 60-40 in the Senate, and you had you had a majority in the House. You could pass all of this shit, and the NRA wouldn't mean shit.
The NRA total expenses is $288 million a year.
Right.
If you cut that in half, they're gonna have a problem. Simple as that. Till you gun owners recognize that you even is involved. I'm not gonna say you the fault. That you part of the puzzle.
That they part of the problem.
Part of this puzzle that's trying to stop kids from being murdered in our streets, specifically the black culture.
Hey.
Then you got kids you got people going to schools killing white kids, and so same shit. Until we get assault and ban weapons reunited, get all these things back in fluctuation, we're gonna have a fucking problem. And as long as you let the NRA run ramshot all over the Congress with all this 80 fucking $million, of course they gonna run shit.
Check this out.
Of course these fucking weak need ass fucking Republicans are gonna say, oh no, well,
check this out.
You know what? I'm gonna vote whatever you need. I'm 100% in the NRA. Fuck you. If you're 100% NRA, fuck you.
Look, this was up. And you sit on here every show we do, every pod we do. You sit on here and especially when we talk about the Republican elections, the primaries, and whatever. You always say this person ain't gonna do this and that person ain't gonna say this, and they ain't gonna step up and fight and do this because they scared Trump gonna say something about them or this, that, and the third. Okay, that's the same thing that the NRA do. These politicians do not step up and say nothing about the NRA, or they don't pull Rain LaPierre card because they scared of what he's going to say. He'll threaten them. Okay, you go ahead and say that. I'm gonna give you an F rating.
Yeah,
and your career is over. That's basically Trump and the NRA is basically using the same tactics. They use it. I mean, one is more flamboyant than the other, but they're using the same tactics. And what it's saying is, okay, if you come at me, I'm gonna go at you, and I got the motherfucking stroke behind me that you won't win. That's what they doing. And until it's gonna take the politicians, you're gonna have to get politicians in there. You're gonna have to basically get Democrat politicians in some Republican strongholds, and that's gonna stand up and say this shit ain't going on no more. And when they say,
that's my point.
And when you get the ones in there that say, see, in Democratic politics, a F rating from the NRA is a badge of honor. They want an F rating. You cannot find a Democratic politician who does not want a F rating from the NRA. But on the other side, a F rating from the NRA, that's the end of your ass. And
that's my point.
And so you have to
speaking of guns, right? I understand, like I said, it's legal guns, it's legal gun owners.
Yeah.
For example, we talked about last week where the lady called her son into the restaurant and he had the gun, shot the motherfucker to death in that joint. Then we all watched the video where man was cocking back and trying to make sure she go to sleep. ASAP, some knockout pills. You know what I'm saying?
You know,
So he tried his best, you know. Now, man, the number one soul brother, we expressed our feelings about that last week, you know. And one thing I wanted to figure out was who videoed that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, to me, it's like when you video a motherfucker, man, trying to beat a woman half to death. I'm curious to why you start videoing. You know what I'm saying? Why you didn't stop that? You know what I'm saying? That was just me, right?
yeah, you know how I feel about it. I think, like I say, it doesn't matter what goes on nowadays. And it's this world star TMZ society that we live in. That whatever happens, the first thing a person got to do, first person automatically do is whip out their phone and start videotaping, and then they want to put it online and go viral and get hits, get likes, get follows, or whatever. Look, if nobody like your ass, they don't like your ass. You know, you ain't gotta post shit like this. You know, like a woman getting beat up, or how many times, especially in the last year or so, 2 years or so, that one of these rappers and got shot and got killed, and motherfuckers is posting videos of the motherfuckers bodies and the person bleeding out, you know, not knowing if they family looking at it or whatever, and it's just not caring. And you know, shit like that gotta stop. Cause go ahead.
Like I said, I was just curious on to who the hell videotaped that and what was going through their mind. So I finally figured out and found who the hell was doing that, right? Shahima Lewis.
Oh, Shahima.
When she was in the restaurant at the time, the 14-year-old went into the restaurant and then shot the Knockout King, as he'd been called. Now his wife, nephew, or cousin, they all wore shirts to call him the Knockout King. What do you think about that? Is that tasteful?
I mean, if you go around knocking dudes out, you know,
that's different.
And you can back it up, then wear what you want. But if you the Knockout King and you knocking out women,
that's a problem.
You's a bitch.
Yeah, that's the issue. So everybody don't know, Carlisha Hood was the person that called her son in, and the son shot up the joint. Now Shahima Lewis was the one standing in line waiting for her food. That the video that everybody around the world have seen, right? Of main man saying, if you say one more fucking word, I'm gonna knock you the fuck out.
The old Knockout King.
Everybody seen and heard that. And then him try to do that. He explicitly tried to do that after that.
He gotta live up to that shirt.
He tried to knock her out once he said that. I ain't gonna lie. Now, what we have here is Shahima Lewis. And I'm gonna give my expressions on her after this interview. Her in an interview on some website, expression about how she felt that night, what she was thinking about.
I ain't heard this yet.
And what happened and who was there. So what we're gonna do, man, the number one soul brother is going to take you through this, walk you through this, and we're gonna stop it now. If you got a problem with this, take your ass on YouTube and look it for yourself.
Right.
All right. So it's gonna be stopped.
I ain't heard this shit.
We're gonna have shit to say. Okay. So that's how this is gonna work. All right. Now, like I said before, this is Shahima Lewis. And here we go. Now, again, everybody don't understand. This is the lady that videotaped Carlisha Hood and her son in an altercation in a restaurant Was that a Chinese restaurant? Yeah, because that Chinese
Probably
motherfucker
was.
act like he ain't know what was going on. He
Probably
turned
was
his
a
back
curry
on
out.
some more shit. Fuck out of here.
Is Rahima Lewis. Can you kind of sort of walk us through that night?
Okay. And I was on my way home with my friends. They wanted to stop. My friend and my cousin, they wanted to stop and get something to eat. So we stopped at the Maxwell on 116th House. When we got out the car and we was proceeding into the restaurant, the young lady and the man was already arguing when I got there. So they was arguing when I got there. She was explaining to him something about the line. He kept on trying to get her to shut up. Like, if you don't shut up, I'm sure my grandma kept on being, aggressive with her. She was never aggressive. Let me get that part straight. Always stay calm and maintain herself. She never got aggressive. So he kept on being, telling her to be quiet, shut up. So she was, I guess her son had walked in at that point. And that's when you guys can hear in the video, her telling her son to go to the car.
All right, let's stop right there for a minute. All right, so the video we saw, everybody saw, they was in there arguing, right?
Oh, correct.
We don't see her saying go to the car. Do you see that?
No.
I never heard that part.
I don't know.
I didn't hear her say go to the car.
That might be before
She might have said go to the car. We never heard.
That might be before she whipped the videotape out.
Again, I'm
camera.
still itching to figure out why the fuck this bitch pull out a fucking camera. We're gonna get to that eventually, I guess. You know what I'm saying? But so far, I'm just like, huh?
Once she said go to the car, y'all hear him say, go to the car, say one more thing. I'll meet you on my
That's different. Wait a minute.
Always stay calm and maintain herself. She never got aggressive. So he kept on being, telling her to be quiet, shut up. So she was, I guess her son had walked in at that point. And that's when you guys can hear in the video, her telling her son to go to the car. And once she said go to the car, y'all hear him say, go to the car, say one more thing. I'll meet you on my grandma. And that's when he hit her. And everybody pushed me out the door and my phone fell on the ground where I fell too in my phone. So
Wait. Now, I didn't even know that. So you saying that
All right, hold up. Now, Tony,
Go ahead.
so far what I'm getting is, okay, they arguing back and forth, and you sat there and watched that, right? That's so far.
Right.
He said, on my grandma. You sat there and watched that, right? We on the same page so far? So you watched this so far, you watched it all the way to where he is literally telling her, I'm about to knock you out. So you watched it up until then, though, right? You even explained how the son came in, right?
Right.
I still haven't heard her say how she stopped videotaping yet, though. That's the problem. Yet. But I'm still curious on. Obviously, you already videotaping.
I can explain that. When she got there, she said when she got there, they was arguing. This is what I see up to this point. When she got there, they was arguing. Blah, 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 blah. So, instead of her turning around and going to another joint, they're just saying, nah, and they acting like they off the hook up in there. They acting like they crazy up in there. I'm gonna go down the street and get something to eat. Mm-hmm. She went on up in there and sat down and started to signify. That's why she know everything that went on and what everything somebody said, because she was sitting in there signifying. And up until the point where she was quite sure, he really about to knock her ass out. I better tape this. I got to get this on tape. This shit go viral.
That's true. Because it's gonna be some shit that go out. Yeah.
Right. I can get some likes. I can get some likes. I can get some followers. You know what I'm saying? I might get on this podcast or whoever this podcast is. That's what she was thinking. That was in the back of her mind. It wasn't no out of the goodness of her being that she just sit there and pulled out the video camera because I'm gonna save her from an ass whooping. If the police come up in here, I got the shit on videotape that that it wasn't her fault that she took that beat down.
Man, so far, yeah, she's saying she wasn't combative, she wasn't arguing back or nothing. That was she trying to say.
Right.
But you watching it so far, she looking at it.
Hell yeah, she was signifying like a motherfucker. She was all up in them people business.
And everybody just tuning in. Kalisha Hood was the one that called her son in last week,
Right.
The restaurant, and there was a death in that situation. Now this is the person right here that videoed the viral video.
The people who panicked pushed you down.
Yeah, it pushed me down. I broke my phone, so I can't use my phone unless I get my
Stylist.
stylus. Yeah, my stylus.
Oh, you do got Android. You fancy. So basically you was in there.
Wait a minute. I might gotta get me caught up here. Now she's saying she got pushed down and she broke her phone.
I just thought of that. Hold on, what?
She said she got pushed down.
She said that.
Now back it up just a tad. What she say? And I broke my phone, and I can only use it with my stylus. That's what she just said.
Yeah, she did say that.
Like, I don't think he was himself that night. I really don't.
I wanted to pause that part because
Hold
that
up.
part triggered me. When
The only thing I don't like is, like you said, right? It's hard for me to understand when you said your phone broke. It's hard for me to understand how you continue recording this. Is your friend recording? Who recording? You know what I'm saying? Like, saying that they start arguing. I don't understand what she's saying. When how she drop everything and still record?
calm down, leave her alone.
That's a
But
good
looking
question.
at him, it was nothing I can do with that man because he was so angry. I believe if I would have said something, he probably would have attacked me too. So at that point, all I can do was pull out my phone and record.
So
Hold on. What?
But you said you dropped the goddamn phone and broke it.
Wait. You said this nigga is so crazy that you thought he was gonna hurt her, and maybe you too. So only thing I can do now is just record. Really?
Because if he beat me down, I want it.
You know what?
I want it on.
I'm just gonna stand in the
That
corner
I
and
didn't
record.
do nothing.
Like what?
I didn't do nothing to catch his ass whooping.
You admitting that he looked like he gonna fuck her up, right? He looked like he might fuck you up too
Right,
if you get involved, right?
right.
So you said my result is I'm just gonna record.
So this motherfucker done went straight Ike turn on you and her.
Hey, bro, how you come to the conclusion like recording is the solution to this? How the fuck you come to that?
so
Yeah, because the first solution should have been go on, get the fuck on out the way and get out of there and go on about your business.
Man,
when I talked to you, you talked
I'm
about
trying to get the understanding.
having witnessed this,
It's hard
having
for me to get
recorded
the
it.
So
Last
far,
voice,
it's-
I would not.
and so you said I gotta
If I
share
do
this.
it again, I would do it again because they always tell us to be quiet. Everybody, they got us in so much fear. I don't fear nothing.
I love that.
Nothing.
I love that.
Nothing. Because I would want anybody to do the same act for me if me and my son was in that situation.
Everything you saw as it relates to people saying she told her.
now she's saying she want somebody to do the same thing she did, was record.
In this video, I'm going to show you how I
Right.
made one.
So it comes down to do everybody agree with just recording, right? You feel me?
Yeah.
When she said it like that, it's like, okay, do everybody agree with what you did then? Is recording the solution to everything? I'm confused on that thought process.
I mean, nowadays it is. It's no matter. Look, I don't give a fuck what's going on. If the police come for any kind of reason, people pulling out their phones. If it's a fight in the street, people pulling out their phones. No matter what it is nowadays, you know, you can just go on TikTok, World Star, Instagram, wherever you want to go to, and just check out all these wild ass videos of bum fights and people fighting in the streets, people arguing. And no matter what go down nowadays, that's the society that we live in. People don't care. You know, at one point, you know, you go up in the, if you hungry, like she said, well, Well, I was telling my friends I was hungry, so we gonna stop off in here and get something to eat. Evidently, you wasn't that goddamn hungry. You was sitting there videotaping a man and a woman in there wrecking. But at one time, you know,
Okay, let me ask you something, right? When she started recording, she said, all right, he looked like he might hurt her. So she started recording, right? If she jump in, she said, usually I jump in and say, boy, you can't talk to a woman like that. But she didn't do it because he looked so out of himself.
he knocked
Right?
out King.
You feel me?
Right.
So can we calculate how much time went past when you could just call the police and still record? Can we start off with just a police call? Like,
Yeah,
all right, I'm in the
that.
carryout right now, and I don't know what's going on. Man, like about to hit it. By that time, he didn't even hit her yet, right?
He might have heard her and hauled off and hit her.
By now, he should be on the phone, on the police phone. They can hear him saying, "Bitch, one more word." You feel me? They should be hearing that shit by now. But she won't record it. So which one is it? Police could have pulled up and stopped the murder. Stop her son from shooting somebody by that time. They could have been there by then. Or record and let everything unfold. Now you see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying. But like I say, I mean, to me, it's just the world, you know, the world that we live in now. You know, you can be a news reporter at any time. You know,
That's fucked up.
I mean, if you go out here, like I say, if a fight go down, if a car accident happen, if a motherfucker jump off the roof, a motherfucker gonna get them cameras out. Them phones coming up.
I just think
and
for her to feel like she a fucking hero or something, I don't know what she's thinking here. It's like, how much time elapsed since the time you turned on record, right?
No, I don't think she don't. Yeah,
you could have been calling the police.
Yeah, I don't think she a hero. I think she just, like I say, I think she just somebody that stumbled upon a situation. She was signifying, and then it was a point. You know, it was going to get it was something she, you know, she didn't walk in there and as soon as she saw the argument start recording, like you said. You know, a time had elapsed by,
yes,
and then it got to a point where
it escalated.
Like she said, she figured it was gonna get physical. Okay, it's time to get physical. Okay, I can do something. You know, look, it's motherfuckers out here, and maybe she one of them, and maybe she not. But you know, it's people out here that will videotape shit because they think they can sell the video and make some money.
True.
So, what the motive was, man, it could be that motive. She could have had 10 motives, and all of them been going on at the same time.
I'm just pointing out the time lapse. The record or 911.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
As it relates to people saying she told her son to come in there, she was trying to be a man and be combative with him. These are things. No, you didn't see none of this.
No. All the lies what they said told him to keep on. No, I never heard that. See, I'm about to tell y'all better stop believing everything this internet tell y'all. Because, baby, I keep telling y'all, fake news. And if you don't believe you hear it from the horse's mouth, fake news.
That's a bunch of bullshit she just said. Because the problem she's sitting there railing on and talk about don't believe everything the internet tell you and it's fake news. You part of the problem when you put out a half-ass video of half the situation. You're not putting out no motherfucking video and you're not explaining the whole situation and what happened. You putting out a fucking video of half of what went on. We don't know don't nobody know what went on before then. Before that, you put out a half-ass video and then you're gonna tell somebody that don't believe everything you see. Well, you didn't put you put a video out there with no context.
Exactly.
So how the fuck you sit there? Come on, people, be for real. Be for fucking real.
She ain't making no sense in this interview.
It don't make no sense.
Just being honest.
I just wanted justice for that young lady and her son. That's all I was thinking about. And I'm gonna be honest, the person that was on my heart the most was that child.
Yes.
I have sons. I have a son that's locked up right now that I'm trying to get out. Right now, that's going through the same thing in jail. Right now. And I would want somebody to do it for me. I want to
I got another problem with that.
Right now.
I got another problem with that. Now you
You
say
understand?
what was on your mind was the son. Okay, if that's the fucking case, when she sent for the son to go out and get a gun and come back to do whatever with the gun, you don't know what the fuck she gonna do with the gun. You don't know who gonna shoot who. You sit there and stayed and videotape this shit and calling the police or anybody to get this shit straight to keep somebody from getting killed didn't cross your fucking mind.
Thank you. That's my point. Like the videotape shouldn't even happen. You could have stopped this, bro.
First
we don't
of
know how
all,
fast the police could have been there with out that time lapse between the boy getting out of the car to shoot him. You feel me?
first of all, this what the fuck got me fucked up with her. You rolled up in there. You heard this woman say, send her son out to get a gun. And you didn't turn the fuck around and go back out. If I'm walking up into an establishment, if I go right across that street right now to that chicken place and a motherfucker in there arguing and somebody say, go get a gun,
Yeah.
I'm turning the fuck around
That's true.
and I'm getting low. I'm getting the fuck out of there.
Definitely ain't worried about no
That's
more food.
bullshit.
Definitely ain't worried about no more fries.
You was that fucking hunt. Well, he going to get a gun. He ain't coming
I'm
to
just gonna
shoot
wait
me.
and see what happens.
Yeah, and I'm gonna take
In
this
fact, I'm
shit.
gonna record it.
Right.
Really, bro. That's our problem.
Yeah, I see. I see where you coming from now.
Like, come the fuck
I'm a
on,
mother.
Charlie.
Come on,
About her son. He was portrayed like this kid that just did this. He was like a thug. What did you see with the son? Talk about the son. What you saw.
Oh, when I did my background check and everybody telling all the things he have accomplished, how he was just graduated from grammar school on his way to high school. No, I couldn't allow that. That boy ain't even finished living. No, he deserved a chance. Because he a hero, because he helped save his mother's life.
Yes.
Because honestly, looking back on that situation at night, I don't think that young man would have got down, would have stopped. Because he kept on. It just went like a one hit and leave it alone. It was multiple.
It shouldn't have been none. And I know she's not saying it should have been.
I'm confused. She said, well, he kept hitting her.
The man and back to her. Then it was another older man.
I need everybody to listen to this
right.
She gonna explain who was in it.
That's a man's instinct to protect his mother and his sister. A woman, period.
I heard that the place was packed. Like it was a lot of people.
The place was what?
Was it a lot of other people there that could have possibly intervened?
No, it was the young lady that was arguing. The guy that she was arguing with, it was an older man and back to her. Then it was another older man and back to her. Then it was the young lady I was with. Then it was me. And then it was the girl on the side that I think the young man was with. The one that y'all heard in the video saying he told you to shut up. I think she was with him.
Okay.
So that's
Let me talk for a minute. That was like one of the things I wanted to know, right? Like who in there, like what? Was it just you? What was the situation? She just named 5 people, bruh.
More than that.
5 motherfuckers. And some of them was men.
And some of them, and not including the people that work there.
I forgot about that. That motherfucking Chinese motherfucker that asked me what's your order. He could be calling police or jumping around there too. So we talking about 5 people now. You mean tell me, all right, you don't want to call police. 5 of y'all can't say, man, what are you doing, bro? I'm trying to get my food. This is too much right here. Right? 5 people?
Why you just can't say, look, come on, bro. You know, y'all ain't even gotta go there. Man.
That's
y'all
like
know what
6,
I'm
7 people she talking about.
At the very least, you say you gonna beat her up at home or whatever the fuck, man. Y'all don't handle y'all business.
Even if
like
she said
that.
she was scared that he was out of his mind.
You can say
she didn't want to say nothing to him.
Yeah, you can do so much.
It was a lot being done besides that for sure.
I mean,
I know that, but there's no way. And it was a lot of many options she had besides recording. So that's one thing we just want to make clear to everybody, that besides recording, it could have been a lot of things happen for sure. Now, the fact she had that on camera that helped her get out of jail, that's a good thing. But that's beside the point. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't make me go back and try to find out how much time elapsed from the time the main man said, "Oh, she said go get the gun," and you start recording. You feel me? Or even before that, like you said, the motherfucker said all types of wild shit. You should have walked the fuck out of there by now, right?
Right.
Like, that's a tough, wild ass joint for me, bro. But the recording thing throws me off, right? Because it's like you could have done more than that. Don't sit there and watch a lady get her ass whooped just because you want to record that situation. That's some dumb shit to me, bro. Maybe because we come up in the era we wasn't recording it like, you know what I'm saying? It's like
recording a lot.
You're not gonna sit there and record that. You know, you're gonna stop that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what was happening here, bro? Like, bro. Once he said, I'm gonna knock you, I was like, oh, bro, what are we doing? We about to get food here. Y'all about this shit. Hold on, man. Calm down. 5 of us?
Right.
Come on, bro. And a little boy come in. That's another person. That's 6. They could have just at least held him down to you already called the police if you did instead of record. They should be pulling the fuck up by the time all 6 of them get on his little ass. Instead of somebody getting shot. And a little kid, 14 fucking years old, is stuck with the fact that he killed somebody, bro.
Yeah.
That's the crazy part about it. That's the one part everything is missing. Is a child.
I was concerned about that child.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't want it. I really didn't want to shoot the motherfucker, but
yeah, but
that's why
I'm just gonna record it.
I taped it so he can look back and see what he did.
Man, it's a lot we do on this podcast.
Well,
one thing we do is decipher shit, right?
Oh shit, that's
another thing we do is celebrate the black culture. You know what I'm saying?
Something like that.
So something we do. We go back in the day.
Right? Back.
We check out what the hell happened that day in the black culture. And is this day significant to us? Now, today is what? July 7th.
Right? 7.
Now, Black History, July 7th. It's what we're going to accomplish today. And we call that Black in the Day. You know what I'm saying? Now,
Black in the Day.
Today.
Yes.
In Black History, baby.
We gonna celebrate the birthday of Leroy Robert Satchel Paige, one of the greatest baseball players of all time, and one of the greatest Negro League baseball players of all time. He was born this day, July 7, 1906. And he had a career that spanned over the course of 5 decades. That's 50 years, y'all. So he played baseball around 50 years. And nowadays, you can't get nobody to play 10. Shit, 10 or 15, they doing something. And this man played almost 50 years. And at age 42, he was 42 years old when he made his debut for the Cleveland Indians. And to this day, he's the oldest to make his debut in the National or American Leagues. He was 59 years old when he played his last major league game, which is also a record that stands to this day. In 1948, he was the first player who had played in the Negro Leagues to pitch in the World Series, and the Indians won that series. But he probably ain't won that since. From 19, oh my God, this dude, this dude was doing it. You know what I'm saying? And that's why we celebrate Black in a Day like that, because it's, you know, if athletes out there, athletes, entertainers, politicians, and so on, they did so much, you know, for the culture, you know, for Black people that broke barriers, and you know, we need to celebrate them, and somebody got to celebrate them. When you talk about a man that played almost 50 years, he played his last game when he was 59 years old.
Plus, he inducted into the motherfucking Hall of Fame
Hall of
for sure.
Famer. For sure.
And he was a motherfucking Negro League committee. Everybody know Negro League. Negro League was a separate league from the ML. Was that MLB?
Oh, the Nigger Leagues.
So the Negro League was because we couldn't play with y'all. We couldn't play with the white people. They felt like playing with black people was disgusting. So we had our own fucking league. Fuck y'all, right? We were so damn good, they stopped plucking from our league.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Knocking home runs out of this bitch and running around this base faster than y'all. Satchel Paige, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Happy heavenly birthday,
man,
Satchel Paige.
Everybody don't clear. He was a pitcher, black pitcher.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, dog?
He was before Darryl Strawberry.
Exactly.
Hey, Darryl Strawberry was a beast though, but him and who was the other black one? Which one was a cokehead?
Oh, damn, got all their names on that joint, the baseball joints.
Yeah, but long before that, he
debuted with the Cleveland Indians at 42 years old.
42.
Like he said, 59 years old. He still was playing in the league. So he ain't give a fuck about retiring at all.
Oh, nah.
He came the first electee of the Negro League Committee.
Anybody that can play,
anybody
that can play that long in any sport. You talking about a career that spanned 5 decades. That's 50 years, y'all. A career that spanned 5 decades. Anybody can play that long in any sport is a hell of an athlete, especially a pitcher. These pitchers these days, they can't pitch a half a season before they have to go for Tommy John surgery. And you talking about a dude that pitched, come on, almost 50 years in the Negro leagues.
And keep in mind, he was getting paid $250 a month.
Mm-hmm. And keep in mind, back in them days that he was playing, you didn't have relief pitchers. You didn't have a pitch count. These mofos might pitch 3 days in a row.
Yeah, that's true too.
They might pitch a whole week.
And the most he ever made a year was $450. I mean, a month. $450 a month.
Now, being an athlete today, if he was playing in these times, he might be the first $500 million player. Because anybody was that good that long, and he ain't had no slum ass seasons. Yeah, he was that good.
He had 176 strikeouts in 1929. He was striking ass out.
Take that.
Satchel Paige.
Right on.
Hoodview Politics, baby. We go deep detail dive into the black culture for sure.
And he played at the Dominican Republic,
July
Mexico.
7th.
He played everywhere. Kansas City Travelers.
July 7th in American history, baby. Black history. Satchel Paige.
Look him up.
Hall of Famer and Negro League committee. You know what I'm saying? The Negro League. Best believe it, boy. Satchel Paige for sure. Black Satchel Paige, baby.
All right. Now, where we gonna take this now?
Now, everybody know Republican and Democrats are running for president, and things is about to heat up. You know what I'm saying? Dad?
Yes.
As usual, we got a racist pig on the right. We got a blandary candidate on the left. As usual. You know what I'm saying? Now, as we know now, he won't have the same motherfucker. Trump ain't gonna have the same lawyer. We know that.
Oh no.
Rudy Giuliani is done.
But Rudy,
He can't even be lawyer no more. He took his fucking he
But
barred.
Rudy really,
Whatever that's called for lawyers.
Rudy was really representing the most bullshit. It's like the shit Michael Cohen was representing. Rudy was his new fixer. Because all these other charges, Rudy ain't. No. But that's what I say about Rudy. I have never seen that dude had so much coming out of 9/11. He has so much political capital. He could wrote his own ticket. He tried to take that ticket to the White House. Anything short, America's mayor. He could have run anything short of the White House because he thought he could, and that wasn't happening. But I never seen a dude who had built up such a good reputation and a good name for himself and built up so much political capital, flush it down the toilet like he did.
Yeah, that was terrible.
I don't understand him.
He got disbanded for that shit.
And
disbarred, my bad.
Right. And now he's about to get disbarred in DC. And he did it all over Trump. I don't get it.
Now, you got everybody that's running now. You got Sanchez, you got Tim Scott, you got I think somebody else just jumped in.
You got Chris Christie, you got
Chris Christie, yeah, Chris Christie.
But ain't no you got Vitek Ramaswamy, whatever his name is. He has moved up in the polls. He's passed everybody except DeSantis, and he's at 5%.
I got Sanchez doing some wild shit because you gotta remember, Trump voters, they just the racist motherfuckers you don't know on America.
Yeah, and they not feeling and they're not feeling DeSantis. I mean, Trump gonna get the Republican nominee no matter what.
I'm just trying to find a person that can stop him, please.
Nobody.
Think Tim Scott.
No.
Help me, bruh.
That ain't happening.
I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind anybody but him, bruh, going up against Biden. I don't even care. Just not him.
He won't beat Biden.
Tim Scott, help me, bruh.
Because just like, look, he could try to play the black card and he a black man and this, that, and the third. But just like when it's, just like you find out where he really stands at. Yeah. Just like when the Supreme Court decision came down on affirmative action, and Tim Scott was one of the first people who cheered the decision. You see, let's get one thing straight. Voters ain't stupid. And serious voters, especially during presidential elections, they do their homework on all the candidates. They definitely do. And Tim Scott is not going to get away with that shit like the shit he said about affirmative action. He's not going to get away with that bullshit ass George Floyd bill he put forth that did nothing, that would have done nothing. And as you can see, we're not gonna vote just because when you find black. That perfect. If that's the case, you know what I'm saying. When they try to throw out, when the Republicans try to throw out Michael Steele up against Obama, that wasn't happening. When if it's about being black with black voters, we might fuck around and had President Herman Cain.
True.
So this the shit that
Don't
kind
forget,
of burned me up though.
Mike Pence running too.
But Mike Pence ain't getting no. He that really shocked me because I thought he would have got more, get a more grasp than what he did. I thought he would be up there around where DeSantis is at or ahead.
You gotta realize
he ain't
that
getting nothing.
It's like what part of the Republican Party he catered to then? Like he didn't suck Trump dick for 4 years, which puts him in Trump camp, but they don't like him because he didn't certify the motherfucking election.
The problem is this.
So those voters are out.
The problem is this in the
Who
Republican.
are you talking to now?
The situation is this in the Republican Party. Donald Trump has took the party so far right. He took it so far right.
I don't think
There
no party
is
anymore.
nobody that is capable of running as a centrist or moderate.
The party dead, bro.
Because even in both parties, in the primary, you're going to run to the left in the Democratic Party. In the Republican Party, you're going to run to the right. But whoever gets that seat, you have to, if you want to get anything done, you have to govern down the middle. You have to be a moderate or a centrist. And that's what most presidents do. But, you know, the shit that goes on in the primary, people don't forget. So, but
yeah, that's probably
that was always my argument when people say, well, Obama didn't do this and Obama didn't do that, because Obama couldn't been the president of a certain group of people. He couldn't have been the president of black people because he would have never got a second term being the president of just black people. He had to govern down the middle, which he did. And which even which W did when he governed down the middle. But when you had a Trump ran to the right, and that motherfucker stayed to the right. He didn't give a fuck about nobody that did not vote for him. And that's where he took the base of the Republican Party. And the Republican Party is us against them. It's an us against them party. So they don't give a fuck. If they win, they don't give a fuck about black people, Latino people, poor people, immigrants. They don't give a fuck about them, which they showed. But I mean, that's where the party's at. And like you said, the party fucked up. And who's out there? There's nobody that can bring the party back, because dumbass DeSantis, even when he had the party's ear, he still wants to try to run further to the right of Trump. This motherfucker, he just sounded dumbass law enough.
But the problem
Mike
Pence got is in the Republican Party is
they tried to kill him.
Most of the six, exactly. They think he fucked the election up.
Yep. They blame him. I was watching CNN today, and it was a woman, it was an older white woman.
I'm about to play that now.
Oh, you seen that when she was like,
and all those wonderful things that you and Trump were doing together would be continuing, and this country would be on the right path. Do you ever second guess yourself? That was a constitutional right that you had to send those votes back to the states.
No, it wasn't.
It was not like you were going to personally elect him. We all know by the number of votes that were there who won that election. You changed history for this country.
Yeah. Let me speak to the issue, because I think it's
hold on.
It's an issue.
Right there for a minute. That right there is like a small. That lady talking is the Republican Party, bro.
Yeah.
The Republican 80 to 90% of the Republican Party think like her.
I said
somebody stole the election, and you, Pence, could have stopped it.
I said this.
You changed history. They think this way, bro.
And that's what a woman got on. A woman was interviewed by CNN, a reporter outside. It might be outside that rally, and she said, and they asked her, could you get behind Mike Pence? And she was like, nah, she couldn't, because he altered history. He could have changed history, and they won't, and like you said, they won't forgive him for it. But what they won't forgive him for is a lie, because he doesn't have that power to do it.
That's the problem. But Trump told him that.
But Trump told him
they
that.
feel like he could have saved the election, and he couldn't.
Right. And they believe everything this dude. Look,
you see that lady? She's like, you changed history.
Right. And they
like,
and
what?
He'll never, like I say, nobody in there. This is the problem for Republicans. Say Trump don't win. He already got over half of the party supporting him. So he's basically got it on lock. But say something happened that he can't run.
Oh shit.
Where are his voters going? It was the same situation with Hillary and Bernie. And that was another reason that caused Hillary the presidency, because when the party was split between Bernie and Hillary, and when Bernie didn't win, it wasn't about for Bernie supporters, it wasn't about the country, it wasn't about the party, it was about Bernie. And a lot of Bernie voters stayed home. Instead of saying we're going to support the nominee, which when she lost, that's what she did. She supported the nominee, and she got out there and she campaigned for the nominee. But Bernie didn't go full-throated and get behind Hillary, and a lot of his voters stayed home and didn't vote. You're going to have that same situation next November if Trump is not the nominee. And if Trump is the nominee, either way, you're going to have a large portion of the Republican Party that's just going to say, I can't vote for this dude. I'm not voting at all. That's going to drive the Republican Party numbers down. If Trump is not the nominee, you already know Trump is going to trash the nominee. He's not getting behind the nominee if it's not him. He's going to trash him, and his voters and his supporters are not going to support the nominee. So either way, unless something change, I don't see how Biden don't win.
I don't know about that though.
Because you're going to have, look, it's a significant portion. It's a portion of the Republican Party that don't want Trump. They're scared to say anything about it, and they're not going to publicly say it, but it's a lot that don't want Trump. Yeah. And you even got a super PAC out here that is it's called Republicans Against Trump. So you got a lot of people that don't want Trump, and they're not going to vote for Trump under any circumstances, because you got a lot. Because we know, me and you know for real, because we've been following politics for a long time, that one thing that real Republicans didn't play about, and it was military secrets and military secrets and shit like that, and putting that shit out there. Mm-hmm. And you know, there's a lot of people. The way he's been handling them documents, there's a lot of people, especially people that support the military, in the military, and about the military. They do not want this man back in there handling them types of documents and classified shit again. It's a lot of people in that party that are not going to vote for that man. Mm. And it's going to drive the Republican numbers down. And
they're going to have low numbers in the general. But that Republican Party, he's going to blow out the water.
That's what I'm talking about. In the party, in the primary, he's going to blow everybody out the water.
Hell yeah.
But when it comes to the general,
not enough. He don't have enough numbers.
But when it comes to the general against Biden, it's a lot of people that's not gonna. A lot of Republicans that are not going to vote for him. They're going to look back at January 6th. They're going to look back at all of this shit he was doing. How he said he's going to pardon this person, pardon that person. He's going to do all of this. They're going to look back at the documents, how he handled classified shit, and the shit with Putin and all these dictators he cozying up to, because they already saying in sort of slick terms that they don't know if he showed these people these documents. They know that he been showing them to people and been flashing them around. So I just think when he get to the general, he got a problem. Then he gonna have then he gonna have the problem. The biggest problem is going to be with women, because you're gonna have a dude that's been found liable for sexual assault, and you have abortion now on the table.
You got a nigga run for president that's been impeached twice. The nigga still think about voting for him. That motherfucker that's standing and be like, I'm trying to decide. I don't want to talk to you. You shouldn't be involved in this process, motherfucker. If you ain't made your mind up on Trump by now, like, what the fuck are you thinking about? Where you been? Right. What the fuck is going on?
That's what I don't understand. Well, that's the diehard Trumpers.
Don't forget,
and you got this nigga.
We got some black people that cozy up to their bullshit too,
like this one
that fucked us up with that plan for whatever the fuck he had, plan for Black America type shit.
Plan on Black America.
Fuck out of here. But he had an interview lady where he expressed on the only reason he made these movies, the Fridays and all that. He turned down $9 million. Not to just because he didn't want to take the shot, my nigga.
He turned down $9 million for what?
Because the movie. They get him like contract to make his movies, the Fridays and all that. And he was doing other
I'd turn down $9 million.
Other acting movies and shit.
I'd have turned down $9 million to make the Fridays movies too, because the Fridays movies gross. They do big business in the
Hell
theaters.
Yeah. But you need money to start these things up.
I mean,
pay the actors to get in here and act and all that shit.
To get
before you get that money.
Before you get
need money before that.
Right, you need what kind of budget? Right, if you're getting a $9 million budget to do Friday or any film,
he did that with $1 million. That nigga don't do shit but take that shit in the hood and just record everything. He don't give a fuck.
Camcorder.
Yeah, that's what he do.
Yeah, that was the first one, but the first one blew up. He had better production quality on next Friday and Friday after next. It wasn't as funny as the first one, but
he had money then. They put more money into it.
They put more money. You can tell by the cinematography and all that other good shit and the way the film looked.
Yeah, that's true.
Because compared to those, the other two, the original Friday looked cheesy as a motherfucker.
The first joint ever, yeah.
That joint looked cheesy.
I say they did that thing on like $1 billion.
Hell yeah,
less than that problem.
Hell yeah, shit, motherfucker. When what was that damn movie Robert Townsend shot? Hollywood Shuffle. He used his fucking credit cards to finance that movie, but the joint blew up. So by the time he got around to the 5 heartbeats, they was throwing money at him.
Let me see. Can we hear him say he turned down $9 million?
Yeah, I'd have turned down 9 myself. But all that fucking you think
all the producers
he could have budgeted
in Hollywood decided that they don't want anybody on their movie set that haven't gotten a vaccine.
And what year was this?
This is 2020.
Okay, so it's in the middle of it.
Yeah. I mean, we're coming out of it. I think it might be 21 when we know, okay, everything is going back to normal. But I believe the news came out during 2020, and so I never thought it was a producer's mandate. I thought it was a studio mandate. But I think the studios really wanted to have kind of a little out, so they put it on a producer. Like, this is not us. This is This production, that production, this production, that production. I'm like, but it's every production. So you mean tell me every producer in Hollywood has this mandate? Give me a break. It has to come from the studio to hit every producer, because every producer don't think the same. Like some producers, had their own different opinions. So anyway, it was a studio mandate. They put it on individual producers. So producers talking to my people, and they're like, if he don't take it, he can't be in the movie. It's like, it's not taking it. It's not taking it. It's like, okay, can't do the movie. Okay, no problem. Now, I didn't go out telling everybody what happened. I didn't put the word out that I didn't even tell people that I wasn't vaccinated. I didn't tell people not to go get vaccinated. I didn't tell people that I'm not doing this movie because I don't want to be vaccinated. But somehow, some way, the news hit the, I don't know if the Hollywood Reporter or somebody put it out that this is why Cube is not doing the movie. And I thought it was chicken shit. Thought it was, it's like, what happened to the HIPAA laws, or OSHA, one of them, I forgot, I think it's HIPAA, where you're not supposed to reveal a person's medical status. And here it is, they printing mine. And so I just thought it was bullshit. And it just kind of snowballed, I'm like, what they want is for people to tell me I'm stupid. You know what I mean? They want people to tell me, you turn it down $9 million, you stupid. I'll do anything for $9 million. How stupid can Cube be? And I don't care about that. It's like, I didn't lose $9 million because I never had it. Like, if you never have some shit.
That's what I think too. Is like, when people be like, man, that's a loss. Like, if I never had that shit, bro, I ain't losing.
Only thing I lost was opportunity.
All that, yeah. That was a motherfucker thought we were gonna have.
He lying. That motherfucker know he said something about that vaccine to somebody. Then somebody went and ran his motherfucking mouth. Because if you thought your doctor,
oh, if your doctor did, he wouldn't even be talking. He would have sued.
He would have sued the fuck out of him, and that doctor wouldn't be no doctor.
Exactly.
No more.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's bullshit.
So he know who told.
Because he told somebody, I ain't getting no motherfucking vaccine.
He went and told everybody.
Right.
He probably walked around the studio saying, man, I don't take no fucking.
I ain't shooting me, nigga.
Shot, fuck nigga. Around with y'all. Let's get the acting, nigga. Y'all ain't shooting me. Fuck around with y'all.
What the fuck he did?
So everybody in the building knew your ass was not taking shots.
Right. What the fuck you think you fooling, dude? You went through there like you was motherfucking Billy Badass. I ain't taking no motherfucking shot.
Exactly.
Fuck COVID. You probably done said some wild shit. You motherfucker try to make me take a shot. I'll fuck one of y'all up.
Y'all ain't give me no jab.
Right. Oh, fuck you. Come on.
Oh my God. Everybody know, man. Q was my man coming up, man.
Yes, he was.
Jesus, man. It's hard for me to go on him, but I can't help it. This for the coach. And he a motherfucker that made a lot of things in our culture that stick. I give him credit for that. I ain't gonna lie. But he lost his way. Put it like that. Yeah. Over these years, he done lost his way.
He been motherfucking blacklisted. Motherfucker, you was doing Disney movies, motherfucker.
He done lost his way.
Your ass wasn't blacklisted shit.
$9 million, motherfucker. Yeah, you was dumb. Fuck you mean? They gonna say I'm $9 million. Don't take a shot. But yeah, that's dumb. Fuck you mean? Not just the movie. Just don't take a shot. You can't walk in here and do anything. That means you losing a lot more than $9 million, bro. The fuck?
Look, you know what the fuck going on.
He's so determined not to take a shot.
That's why I tell y'all, we here to decipher shit.
The fuck out of here.
You can fool some of the people some of the time. You fool all of the people.
Take your foot off the nigger.
But you ain't fooling none of the motherfucking time. You know damn well you was running your goddamn mouth.
Exactly.
And somebody to somebody, and they went back and told because a motherfucker said, another motherfucker said,
probably like, I ain't want to get my shot either.
Right.
They making me
the motherfucker say, well, he don't want to get no shot. But I tell you what, you give me that $9 million, I'll take that shot. That's what somebody did. That's what happened.
And plus, it's probably people there that got forced to take the shot already. And he walk around saying, nigga, I ain't taking no fucking shot.
That's what it was.
They made you take it? Oh, hey, I ain't taking shit. See, that's Ice Cube.
And my thing is, I think you left $9 million hanging out there, but I think it was another motherfucker that came right along behind you, got that shot, and picked that $9 million up.
Somebody took that $9 million. He could have made more than $9 million after that, though. It's like, bruh, you turned down and fucked a lot. Another Friday numbers money that be? Look, fuck out of here.
But he had another
Way
excuse
more
of
than
why it
9
wasn't
million.
supposed to be. Why last Friday never got shot.
Oh yeah. That was bullshit though. I think that's bullshit.
So
He blamed on my man.
Chris Tucker.
Yeah.
I mean, how the
I
hell
don't
you do
believe
that
that.
when he wasn't in the last two, the other two?
I don't even believe that.
Right.
They ain't gonna turn on and say main man was funny to him. That's why he put him in it. He funny to him. I give him that. But that ain't why he did that. That nigga ain't want to be in the joints no more. He wanted 20 million a pop.
You think Mike Epps funnier than Chris Tucker?
Are you serious? Mike Epps? Chris Tucker?
I think his acting, I think he funny in some of his acting, but I think Chris Tucker funny. But I don't think Mike Epps
stand up. Let's stay with stand up.
His stand up, I don't think funny at all.
Oh, what?
I done seen some Mike Epps stand up.
Some of them,
he had a couple good ones, but he had a lot of joints that wasn't good at all.
Young only had one.
Nah, he had a couple
that was on Def Jam. That's it.
Nah, he had a whole stand up. He had a whole stand up. As a matter of fact, he had one he did in Indiana, his hometown. That joint was not good.
Mike Epps. Oh yeah, I'm talking about
you talking about Chris Tucker?
Chris Tucker only did one joint. That was Def Jam. After that, he wasn't no stand up man.
He got a couple. He got a few stand ups on Netflix. I seen a couple of them.
You actually think he funnier than Michael Epps?
Mike
Epps. Is this Michael?
Or Mike Epps.
Yeah.
I just his stand up. I don't get down with Mike Epps stand up.
If you go one stand up against that one stand up in Def Comedy Jam, then nah, he can't do nothing with him.
Ooh, now,
but he got more after that.
Whoa. Now, Chris Tucker stand up on Def Jam was better than Mike Epps.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that was.
But that's the only good joint he ever had. Mike Epps had multiple joints, man.
Yeah, he had multiple stand-ups, but all of them weren't funny.
And then all the movies in were funny as shit. All the movies Young was in is not funny. And he wasn't funny in these movies. You can't name a movie that Mike Evans wasn't in and he wasn't funny, bro. This nigga was in those Chinese joints. He wasn't funny in those movies.
Who?
Those karate joints?
Yeah,
what's his name?
Action movies.
He wasn't funny.
But that was action.
What was the other movie he did? He did nothing else.
Comedies.
What else he do? He didn't even do shit. You see what I'm saying?
It's just that I mean,
he was funny as fuck on that Def Comedy Jam, but that was it.
Yeah.
He was funny as fucking Friday, but that's it. That's really all he did. Like Mike Epps did a lot of shit.
Mike Epps did a lot of shit, but Chris Tucker did a lot of shit too.
What?
Both of them got a rack of movies.
Chris Tucker? After Friday, he started doing the Chinese joint. He was out.
He had the joint with Charlie Sheen. What's the fucking name of that joint?
Charlie Sheen.
The joint he did with Charlie Sheen when the motherfucker
he wasn't funny in that though.
Yeah, he was funny in that.
What?
That was funny.
Oh, he was funny. He wasn't even in that long. It was just one scene or two.
It was.
And God damn, the space joint when he was in that joint acting like a fag. He was gay.
That joint. Yeah, I forgot about that joint.
It was just a little part of that. He was funny though.
He was in House Party 3.
But nah, I don't know how you could just handle the main man over Epps because there's not enough material for this nigga. He's not funny. He's just funny in two things.
Better. Mike Epps funny in movies.
The Mike Epps had your ass laughing.
I just don't get down with
Friday 2.
I give him movies. He's funny as shit in movies. Yeah. I just don't get down with his stand-up.
Stand-up. It's hard for me to get the stand-up. I only seen one of his stand-ups. So I only seen one of
I seen matter of fact, I seen one motherfucker Mike Epps stand-up with straight trash.
I ain't never seen this. I think I seen one.
Like I say, his movies, all about the Benjamins.
Oh, movies funny as fuck, bro.
And the Friday movies and
he funny.
He funny in movies.
Stand-up is a different animal.
Now stand-up is, but that's where he made his bones at. Stand-up, but I just don't get down with the stand-up.
Chris Tucker wasn't really a stand-up person.
No,
he did that during Def Comedy Jam.
He did stand-up, but
he didn't do that no more.
His
I think his head got big where he thought he was just, I need $20 million. You know what I'm saying? It's like, Q can't give you $20 million do no Friday.
No, but the movies he was doing, come on, the Rush Hour movies gross big money.
That was
so he get asked for it.
Yeah, he chose to do that than the Fridays.
Right. And then if you had
which one you
choice,
think?
If you had the choice, which one you would? I'd have did the Rush Hour
Fridays.
movies. I'd have did the Rush Hour movies.
I bet you right now, if he's standing today, if we brought him in and interview him, he would tell you right now. He would do these Fridays, bro. Nobody talk about Rush Hour.
In addition to the Rush Hour,
you would literally be still talked about today if you was on these Fridays, bro.
Rush Hour was still the movies.
Nobody even bring up for Rush Hour unless you talk about these niggas.
Yeah, no, but motherfucker, the Fridays is what they call it. It's a cult classic. If you pull up,
if he was in that second one
movies
and that third one with Mike Epps was in
like,
it, that nigga is crazy for not doing those movies, bro.
Yeah, no, but he was making big. He was
for
making,
the Chinese.
He was making big money.
Well, he don't have that money right now, right?
Huh?
Is all that money
I hope
gone?
he ain't broke.
And now he just a
I would
person
hope he ain't
nobody
broke.
think about because nobody watched that Chinese joint. Everybody watch Fridays
because he ain't having.
He could have been in that joint.
Yeah,
Dumbass
got the
nigga.
DVD.
Mike Epps took his shine.
Nah,
he could just did all
he
the
did
Fridays.
it right. He did it right. Movie.
And nobody named Mike Epps.
If a motherfucker say,
now think about
you gonna do this, you gonna do this Friday movie, and we're gonna give you what, $5 million.
Let's say
to do Fridays, and I'm gonna give you 15, 20 million to do Rush Hour. I'm doing Rush Hour.
Because you gotta see,
and he got 3 Rush Hours out of it.
You're gonna get 15 million, but which one of these joints gonna last longer?
All of them last longer.
You're gonna make like right now. Everybody on Fridays can make money today.
Everybody on Friday still making money today.
In 1, 2, or 3. Nobody making no money off that Rush Hour, bro.
Jackie Chan still
you
making
can't
money.
get up and say something about some Rush Hour and go get some money off it.
Jackie Chan still
Each
making
person
money.
that played on each one of these Fridays can go get some money today.
Just like Chris Tucker can still go get money today.
On what?
He still got a name in Hollywood. He still got a name in Hollywood.
What? You don't even know if he's still funny.
Yeah, I mean, he's still shit.
That's the problem. We know Mike Epps still funny as fuck.
Yeah. I mean, he ain't
gonna make you laugh.
He ain't
bro.
the greatest.
Nah, he ain't.
Well,
Richard
he good.
Pryor. Hell
He
no.
good. He
Nobody.
good. I ain't saying he ain't good.
Nobody know Richard Pryor. Oh no, Eddie Murphy.
Shit. I ain't
But
saying the
damn.
motherfucker ain't good, but
that nigga, Mike Epps had you laughing, bro.
Hey, but Chris Tucker had you laughing too. What?
Other than Friday, don't talk about Friday. What are you laughing about? You laughing here?
Funny the motherfucker Rush Hour movie.
Oh, you talking about
yeah.
Funny. Come on. He's alright. He wasn't funny like Friday. Don't mislead them. They gonna turn that shit on you. This is Hoodviewpolitics, man. Each and every week they got live. Heavy, come on. Look at expose a lot of things. Politics. You know what I'm saying? Down to everybody, man. Follow YouTube, Facebook group, Instagram. Yeah, you got some shit together?
What I got to say.
See y'all Tuesday. That's a big day right there, baby. Tuesday for show.
Talking about politics coming from a view of the streets, you know what I'm saying, dog? We're not coming from professional view. We're not lawyers, none of that shit that's on TV, you know what I'm saying? We come straight from the hood.